Welcome to the Explainer. So, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're stepping way off the beaten path and into the shadows. We are basically opening up a forbidden occult manuscript. It's this digital grimoire stitched together from fragmented metadata, audio track lists, and some seriously chaotic imagery. So, tread lightly, keep an open mind, and get ready because we're heading straight into the dark corners of the human psyche.
I want you to hear this. I am in chaos. I am the chaos. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not just a casual observation, right? It's a complete, terrifying realization. It's a really chilling way to open this psychological labyrinth where the walls between the creator and the destruction they're causing have just dissolved. We're looking at a mind that hasn't just accepted the storm, it has literally become the storm.
Okay, let's dive into this. The origin of all this chaos? It actually starts with a really jarring duality. On one side, we've got this totally normal digital footprint anchored in everyday reality. Braven Bell, student coaching intern for men's basketball at Nazareth University, right? It's ordinary. It's totally safe. But look at the alter ego right next to it. St. Brevin, creative executive artist. This right here completely shatters that illusion of the mundane. Because bubbling right underneath that clean, collegiate surface is this hidden, chaotic underworld that is violently fighting to break out.
Now, to actually navigate this underworld, we really need to understand its physics. And honestly, as someone trying to decode this, I'm kind of awestruck by this one specific concept, Abraxas. In the world of this manuscript, Abraxas is a profound, practically forbidden law. It's the exact explosive moment where pure spiritual will and total, untamed chaos violently smash into each other. It's not about trying to control the universe. It's about deliberately colliding with it.
You see, this text is totally obsessed with this concept of 𝔤𝔢𝔢𝔫𝔢, which is essentially the terrifying power of asserting your own personal will. Check out this passage. Unspeakable, blasphemous, unending powers lie in aligning the will and loving her till the world we in explodes into greater chaotic symbols. This author, they are not looking for inner peace. No way. They are actively trying to align their darkest desires with the raw fabric of reality itself, just pushing and pushing until everything around them fractures into something greater, something purely symbolic.
Let's try to ground this really abstract philosophy for a second. You know, in our everyday lives, we tend to think of personal will as like a steering wheel, right? Gently guiding us down a totally predictable road. But in this grimoire, personal will is a match struck in a pitch-black room. It's dangerous. It's incredibly sudden. Sure, it gives you some light, but it also completely exposes you to whatever might be lurking in those unseen corners, just waiting to look back at you.
And that brings us to this terrifying, whispered question that just keeps haunting the narrator's writings. If the universe is ordered, how could synchronicity just be coincidence? Are these patterns we keep seeing actual signs of some divine order guiding us? Or are they the very first symptoms of impending madness? You can feel the author caught in this brutal internal conflict, literally suspended right between seeing the face of God and losing their mind entirely.
I mean, try to imagine that kind of internal struggle. The narrator's soul isn't just running on empty. It is a flooded engine. It's totally choking on its own raw, unrefined emotional fuel. There's just so much energy there, so much trauma, so much desire, but it has absolutely nowhere to go. It's just sitting there in the dark, absolutely desperate for a spark. You know, desperate for that match we were just talking about, to finally ignite all that destruction and just get things moving.
And what's wild is we can actually track this spark, this whole psychological descent, chronologically right through the manuscript's audio metadata. Just look at track 1. I was here. Are you okay? It's super fragile, right? Very human, just looking for a connection. But then we hit track 2, ego death in the diary aisle. The self is violently starting to dissolve here. And then finally, track 3, the digital exorcism of St. Brevin. The human part, it's totally gone. And all that's left is this digital ghost going through a completely brutal spiritual rebirth.
As this rebirth really takes hold, the writing itself starts to shift. It actually devolves. Lower, 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 low on her, lower, bones, shore. If you read that out loud, you can actually feel this intense rhythmic repetition just dragging you down. It's not even text anymore, it's a trance. It's this ritualistic state that pulls you, the viewer, deeper and deeper into the earth, right down to the absolute, raw, bone-level reality of the author's mind.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the violent collision of two totally distinct worlds.
Over on the one side, you have the Kabbalistic tree of life. It's this high-concept, highly abstract map of divine perfection and spiritual intellect. But then right next to it, you have the tangible, decaying, physical reality of cracked, black pavement. The text is completely obsessed with this contrast, just slamming the absolute highest divine truth straight into the dirt and decay of the natural world.
And we see this tension just bleeding out into the physical world, too. Notice the rigid, super abstract geometry of those holy crosses. It's categorized, it's neat, it's highly structured. But mirrored right against that, we get this visceral, bodily ruin, these blood-like smears just staining a physical notebook page. The manuscript is constantly asking us this question. Where does true spirituality actually lie? Is it in the clean, perfect lines of holy geometry, or is it in the bleeding, organic mess of our own bodies?
All of this, the blood, the decay, the absolute ego death, it all synthesizes into the core revelation of this entire grimoire. The governing philosophy here is creative destruction. It's this dark alchemy that dictates you have to be completely, utterly obliterated in order to create true, unyielding art. The pain isn't just some unfortunate side effect here. The destruction is a deliberate, highly necessary ritual.
And make absolutely no mistake, this descent has rules. We pulled the brutal tenets of this manifesto directly from the text. Number 1, let great structure beget great chaoses. Number 2, burn the heart dark hues. Number 3, die in quiet. And number 4, focus on will. These are definitely not suggestions, guys. These are the strict, structured laws required to completely dismantle the self and unleash the artist within.
And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when those rules are followed. The aftermath gets inscribed right onto the physical world. Check out this cryptic blue sigil painted directly onto a decaying physical structure. It's honestly as if the author's mind violently shook itself apart just to free the creative entity trapped inside, right? And as that entity fled into the night, it left these arcane marks on the world behind it. It's a permanent scar of a totally invisible ritual.
By the end of the grimoire, this mystic's destructive transformation is totally complete. Listen to this stark, almost reverent declaration. I was made to destroy. You can't save me. I'll tarnish all that you think you know. There is zero desire left to be healed here. The chaos has been fully embraced, it's been weaponized, and it has been entirely accepted as a divine purpose.
This eerie image perfectly captures that final state. It's a sprawling, tangled yellow thread stitched right into the fabric. There is no discernible pattern to it at all. It's literally the physical manifestation of the author's untamed, inescapable will. Just this messy, chaotic energy forcefully woven into the fabric of reality itself. It is confusing, it is bright, and you absolutely cannot unravel it.
Which brings us to the manuscript's chilling final thought. I was made to destroy. You can't escape this. It poses a deeply provocative question to you, right now. Because as you've traced this descent through these slides with us, are you simply a spectator to this creative destruction, or has just observing it already bound you to its chaotic laws? Uncovering the truth of Abraxas means you have to let the chaos in. So, will you keep digging?